Planning a trip to San Sebastian, Spain?
Hi, my name is Gwen with CORR Travel, and I've got 15 essential tips that I know are going to help get you to San Sebastian. So let's go ahead and jump into my video.
Why visit San Sebastian? Bordering the Atlantic coast in the Basque region of Spain is the Gipuzkoa province with San Sebastián, Donostia in Basque, as its capital. Nestled between Green Mountains to the south, the French border and Pyrenees Mountains to the east, and sprawling beaches on the north, San Sebastián is a unique Spanish city and one of the best beach destinations in Spain due to its natural scenery of La Concha Bay and surrounding beaches. San Sebastián has it all in a compact setting. History, where the Spanish monarchy used to summer, to a hip surfing culture, multiple outdoor activity opportunities, a renowned annual film festival, shopping, and sumptuous pinchos to Michelin star dining. This is a must-visit city in northern Spain. I simply adore it. Time of year, holidays, and events dictate the best time to visit San Sebastián for the number of tourists and travel costs. San Sebastián yearly temperatures average in the low 40s to mid-70s Fahrenheit. Peak season months are May through August, with the lowest accommodation availability and the highest number of tourists and travel costs. Low season months are November through February, with the highest accommodation availability, lowest number of tourists and travel costs, and highest chance of precipitation. The best time to visit San Sebastián for travel deals while being able to maximize outdoor activities and less crowded beaches is in the shoulder season months of March and April and September and October. However, always double check the festival and holiday schedule when planning your visit, as San Sebastián has events and holidays year-round too, like the annual Tamborada in January, the week-long Semana Grande festival in August, and the International Film Festival in September, which can impact accommodation availability and prices. Getting to San Sebastián is best by plane, train, or bus. There are 4 airports that can serve San Sebastián, but the closest airport is San Sebastián Airport, approximately 16 kilometers east of San Sebastián. There are a few transportation options to get you from the San Sebastián Airport, which I'll touch upon in a moment. Renfe, Spain's national railway, provides train service to the Donostia San Sebastian station, known as Estación del Norte, which is on the east side of the river Urumea, and a 10 to 15 minute walk to Old Town. Multiple bus lines also serve San Sebastián and arrive at the Donostia station next to the train station, which also has luggage storage if you need it. If you must drive to San Sebastián, consult with your hotel or other accommodation on parking availability and cost. San Sebastián has over 6,000 parking spaces and parking ride lots, underground garages, and city-controlled parking areas. Note, the center of San Sebastián is currently being converted into a low-emission zone, so there are continued disruptions on city streets and road closures. Ultimately, I do not recommend driving in San Sebastián, whether you're a solo traveler or not. It's not worth the expense and time, as most everything is accessible on foot. If you do drive to San Sebastián, plan on parking your car for the entire stay. Hey, are you liking this video? Well, why not subscribe and stay notified so you know when the next one's coming out. And give it a like. To get around in San Sebastián, let's first cover getting from the San Sebastián Airport to the city center. If you do not have an airport shuttle service from your hotel, there are a few transportation options from the airport, but the best way is by the airport bus because it's easy, fairly quick, and inexpensive. The bus stand is right in front of the airport entrance. Catch the E21 bus to Donostia. Tickets are purchased on the bus with cash and cost less than €4. On weekdays, the bus leaves about every 45 minutes and arrives in the city center, south of Alameda del Bolivar, in about 35 minutes. On weekdays and holidays, the bus leaves about every hour and takes 30 minutes to arrive in the city center. There is no Uber, Lyft, or Bolt Show rideshare options in San Sebastián, so the alternate is a taxi, in which fares start around 45 to €50 to the San Sebastian city center. You could rent a car at the airport, but then again, if you're not planning on taking day trips often, you'll just be paying to park your car, which could be a waste of money. Now in the city center, getting around the city center is even easier. You'll see local buses running throughout San Sebastián, but for the most part, you may only wish to ride the bus if you're doing self-guided trips to explore further out of San Sebastián city center. Otherwise, the best way to truly explore San Sebastián is on foot, or bike, e-bike, or e-scooter. The city itself is mainly flat, with extensive sidewalks, promenades, and bike paths, making it optimal for walking. And Monte Sigueldo and Ugol provide for great hiking opportunities to capture the sweeping views of the city and the bay. San Sebastián is also ideal for riding a bike or e-bike or electric scooter. Rent one or take a bike, e-bike, or scooter tour. And of course, La Concha Bay and the Spanish coastline also provide for scenic boat cruises and can be done inexpensively and within a short period of time, so as not to consume a short San Sebastian itinerary. For incredible pinchos and wine or historic walking tours, biking or e-scooter tours, or boat tours, which are great ways to meet other travelers, see my suggested links below to enhance your stay in San Sebastián. Number 5. Safety tips. San Sebastián's crime rate is considered very low. I never felt unsafe in San Sebastián as a solo female traveler, even when walking around at night. If you normally feel uncomfortable being out at night alone, you may want to consider going in the peak season months when the daylight hours are longest, so you do have more time to explore San Sebastián. When visiting San Sebastián, the essentials to bring are a good day bag, either a monosling or backpack for walking around town, a solar charger for your devices, a VPN service for data security, and a portable Wi-Fi, water and sun protection for your devices for when you're out on the beach or taking a cruise, a reusable water bottle and sunscreen, your swimsuit, comfortable walking shoes for walking around town and hiking, a light jacket or rain jacket, and a versatile wardrobe for casual to outdoor activities to fine dining, as there are multiple Michelin star restaurants in San Sebastián. Number 7. Where to stay. San Sebastián is comprised of 6 districts, all offering their own unique attractions, shopping, dining, and nightlife. Gros, Antigua, and Igualda are all optimal locations to stay and walkable, but Centroa, or El Centro, is the heart of San Sebastián and the ideal location to stay due to easy access to different districts, especially on a short visit. El Centro is divided into 2 parts, Parte Vieja, or Old Town, north of Alameda de Boulevard, aka the Boulevard, and the romantic area to the south. Like other districts, each section of the city center holds their own monuments, historical elements, beach and hiking, shopping, restaurants, and nightlife. El Centro is where I would recommend first-time travelers stay. The city center has multiple hotel, pensions, and hostel options for all budget types. For reasonable price, amenities, free cancellation, breakfast inclusion, and ratings, including a travel sustainable rating, a few of the San Sebastián hotels I would recommend are Circotel Hotel Europa, Room Mate Gorka, and La Sala Plaza Hotel. And if you'd like to stay in the Crown Jewel Hotel of San Sebastián, check out the Hotel Maria Cristina that overlooks the Urumea River. If you want to go the hostel route, either for a private room or dorm-style room, try a room in the city. And pensions are very popular in San Sebastián, and they run from budget-friendly to expensive. My pension recommendations are Pension ESO and Uralde. I stayed at Pension ESO on my last solo trip to San Sebastián. It was a small room, but it was in a great location and had all I needed as a solo traveler. It even had the most comfortable bed I slept on from all of my accommodations for my 7 Europe country trip. I'm not kidding. For more city center accommodation recommendations, don't forget to check out my San Sebastian travel guide. The link is below. Number 8, top things to do. There is much to see and do in San Sebastián, indoors and out. And here are but some of what you'll be able to enjoy while exploring the city and natural landscapes. and much more. Mark these at a minimum on your San Sebastian walking map. And for more of the best things to do in San Sebastian, see my San Sebastian travel guide online. And of course, there is also the dining, another top thing to do in San Sebastian. From budget-friendly pinchos bars to Michelin star restaurants, San Sebastian has something for every foodie. For grab-and-go dining, hit the Mercado de la Brexta or the Brexta Market. And stroll through Old Town for the plethora of pinchos bars and sample the multitude of fresh seafood, meat, or veggie bites for 2 to 3 euros a piece, with a glass of chocolate, the crispy local Basque white wine. It's all so yummy. For a great pinchos bar route and sampling suggestion, go to my San Sebastian travel guide online. And if you want to go upscale, the 2023 Michelin Guide boasts San Sebastian's 22 Michelin star restaurants, 2 of which have 3 stars, and it firmly puts San Sebastian as a culinary destination in northern Spain. Download the Michelin Guide app before you go. And don't overlook the food and wine tours available in San Sebastian. I have a link to a good one for you in the video description below. Tipping in Spain is not customary, however, it is acceptable to leave your change at the pinchos bar as a tip if you wish, and tipping 10 to 15% is acceptable for great service in fine dining. It's also best to tip in cash. Number 10, budget tips. If you're traveling to San Sebastian on a budget, keep the following in mind while booking your trip. Book early if you're staying during peak season or staying during big events like the International Film Festival, or just avoid the larger events and holidays altogether, and avoid the peak season months, and consider staying during the week instead of weekends. You could also book an accommodation on the east side of the Urumea River, such as in the Gross District. And San Sebastian hostels can be an option, depending on time of year and amenities. Dorm rooms can start at 16 euros a night and private rooms at 55 euros a night. And take advantage of San Sebastian's free outdoor activities. There are plenty. Number 11, eco tips. Why not lower your carbon footprint while traveling? Use any one of these easy, eco-friendly travel tips that do make a difference. Avoid renting the car or driving to San Sebastian. And avoid flying. Take the train or bus instead, which not only can save you money, but also provides for beautiful Basque Country scenery. If you must fly, carbon offset your flight through your airline. The less you pack, the lighter the plane, the less fuel it uses, and carry-on only saves time in the airport to boot. Ditch the taxi and use the airport bus to get to San Sebastian. Book a travel sustainability property through booking.com or a Green Globe or Green Key Global certified accommodation. Or dine on locally sourced organic fare at San Sebastian's green Michelin star restaurant, Zile Chiki. If you're still with me, you'll enjoy these valuable tips just for San Sebastian. Basque, Spanish, and French can be heard in San Sebastian, and signs are in both Basque and Spanish. Carrying cash is helpful for riding the bus or tipping. It is safe to drink the water in San Sebastian. Some restaurants and cafes offer free Wi-Fi hotspots, just ask if it's available. And lunch is typically served around 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. and dinners from 8 to 11 p.m. But the pinchos bars are open all day from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and feel free to bar hop to sample the pinchos. Order your pinchos and drink at the bar and then find a seat if one's available, as most bars will run a tab for you to pay later. And for late night cocktails, bars are typically closing around midnight during the week, but close around 2 a.m. on weekends. How much time should you spend in San Sebastian? San Sebastian's lure could easily hold you for a week for lounging on its expansive beaches, exploring the best vista spots, and dining on incredible cuisine alone. However, if you're planning your Basque itinerary, plan on spending at least a couple of days in San Sebastian. And if you don't, you'll be sorely missing out. Now that you're familiar with San Sebastian, would you like a great itinerary suggestion? Well, keep watching, because I'll tell you how to get the best of San Sebastian in just 2 to 3 days. That makes for an awesome and easy weekend for your first-time trip to San Sebastian. And if you have more time in San Sebastian and want to explore more of the Basque region on your Spain travels, try a day trip or 2. Within an hour or 2 from San Sebastian are Biarritz, France, Bilbao, the Rioja wine region, Pamplona, and more. These day trips can be done self-guided by tram, train, or bus, or if you want to join a group tour, I have a great day trip link for you below in the video description to get you started.
Well, I hope you liked my video on San Sebastian, Spain. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you want more information on Spain and San Sebastian travel, don't forget to check out my guides. I have links below, as well as these upcoming videos. All right, take care, and I hope you have a wonderful time in San Sebastian.